Hey Fruity family, Naturopath Kelly here, and I get this question all the time. People ask me, should I be worried about the sugars in my raw juice? Because you may have heard and read how you really need to limit the sugar intake because it's not that healthy. But then at the same time, you may have heard and read how raw juicing is very beneficial for our health. So let's look into that together and bring you some clarity. And I do want to mention that the way I form my professional opinion is that I combine two things. I research, read the articles and dig into that, science papers, but then at the same time I look into, hang on, real life, real people and real responses from the body. What does it all tell me? So first, I would like you to understand that there are different types of sugars. The same way there are different types of fats and fibers and minerals and so on. And different types of sugars have different responses in the body. What I'm talking here is processed sugar, man-made sugar, which is coming from soft drinks, snacks, lollies, ice cream, and so on, versus the natural sugar that is coming from fresh, live, raw nuts, seeds, fruits, veggies, and so on. And you can even see that from the science papers as well. They did a study, they gave two different drinks to people, same amount of sugar. One was coming from a sugary drink, the other one was coming from a pomegranate juice. And the conclusion was that in the body, these two things had different responses. It's fascinating. And secondly, we do need to look into, hang on, what do the sugars come with? So processed sugars, they come often with flavorings, preservatives and colorings, and I do know these things are taxing the health, potentially fueling the inflammation. But then on the other hand, when we look into the natural sugars, they give you also vitamins, minerals, enzymes, bioflavonoids, antioxidants, and two things that I really want to outline here are polyphenols and hesperidins, because if you look into some science papers, you can see how these two things help to regulate your blood sugar levels. So putting this together now, I believe that healthy people with balanced diet should not worry about the sugars in the juice. There's so many beneficial nutrients that come with the fruit juice, veggie juice. And even science papers do show how regular intake of fruit juice does not increase our risk developing type 2 diabetes. But I will give you some tips in case you want to be extra careful about sugars and the sugar balance in your body. So there are a few things you can do in case you need to be very careful about your blood sugar levels. Maybe they are fluctuating a bit. So the first thing you can do is dilute down your juice. Maybe half juice, half water. And you can also drink it really slow. So instead of having a concentrated one glass in one go, you dilute it down and you can go and have a sip, walk away, come back, another sip, walk away, come back. So this is how you're stretching out now your sugar intake, but at the same time you're gaining all those beneficial nutrients. The other thing you can do is that you can focus more on vegetables initially. So celery, cucumber, your green leafy vegetables, your herbs, and of course those fruits that have low level of sugar like your lemons, limes, grapefruits, passion fruits. And lastly, you can be very smart about the extras that you add into your juice, because there are few fruits and vegetables that contain nutrients that are helpful to regulate the blood sugar levels. So these things are, again, celery, we've got ginger, turmeric, lemons, limes, pomegranate, fennel, and lastly the spice cinnamon. So if it's possible and if the flavors go all right, once you've got your juice ready, you can sprinkle some cinnamon on top of your juice. I really hope this video now has clarified some questions around sugars for you, and now you feel more confident about juicing. I will see you again. Bye bye.